What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Aries Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of March 21st and April 19th, then you are an Aries Sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be doing a look at money. Money. We're talking cash today. This is the money/abundance spread, excuse me, and we're going to be looking at the energies surrounding you and money today. And this spread is going to tell us what you have, what you don't have, what your blockages are, how you can have a better relationship with money, basically. And we're going to be using the Mystical Tarot to do it. Also, the Earth Magic Oracle are going to be the two decks we use today. But keep in mind, guys, that this is a general overview spread, so not everything's going to apply to you. If you want a more specific reading that's tailored just for you, then you can head on over to my Etsy shop and we can do a reading where I tap in your specific energies. But if you would, just give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What are the energies surrounding Aries Sun signs right now in the middle of July? That ought to do it. Cut the deck. And we're going to deal out 5 cards. Oh, excuse me, 6 cards. Alright, now we're also going to ask the Earth Magic Oracle what message it has for Aries Sun signs concerning money and abundance. So give me a moment to ask the Oracle cards the same question, what message it has for Aries Sun signs in relation to money and abundance. And we will take a look at that at the end. Alright, let's see what we got here. The first card we're going to look at is this one over here, and this card represents how you relate to money. Oh, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. Not the best card for money. In fact, this is probably the worst card when it comes to finances in the whole tarot deck. Let me go into this card and see what it's saying to us. Yeah, this card is telling me that a lot of you, remember this is a general overall reading, it's not going to apply to everyone, but a lot of you have sort of a, I would call it unhealthy view of money, and is stemming from the idea of lack. Not that you do lack money, but the mentality perhaps of lack, that the money you have is not enough, that you're always searching for more, that you feel like you don't have enough now to be happy. And that's kind of the gist I'm getting from this card, that a lot of you may have at this time, that just money is something that you guys are always struggling with, and money is something that you don't look at as a constant flow that's always coming into you. It's more like the opposite I'm getting, that you feel like there's just never enough coming, and you feel kind of left out in the cold, which is what this card kind of symbolizes here, as far as being out of the loop when it comes to receiving money. So yeah, I'm getting some negative energy from this card. Not the best card to get in this position, I'm going to be honest with you. But we're going to look at the rest of the spread. It's going to tell us how you can kind of change that mentality so that it's working for you. One thing I forgot to mention is I got a bunch of citrine here. I thought citrine would be the perfect crystal to help amplify the energies of this reading. We got smoky citrine. We've got a man-made heat-seated citrine, which they make in the laboratory. Well, it's a real amethyst that they heat in the laboratory. We've got a natural citrine that's very beautiful from the Congo. Then I got like a really golden honey citrine, the tumbled piece. So I wanted to have a lot of citrine pointed at me here. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the second card. And this represents what you need as far as money goes. Ooh, we got Major Arcana here. Oh, no, it's not Major Arcana, sorry. This is the King of Pentacles, excuse me. Get out of here. Okay, very good. King of Pentacles. What you need as far as money goes, the King of Pentacles is someone who is really in charge of their finances, who's really on top of things, who's able to manage their finances in a very mature way, very business oriented way. So I think this card is saying you need to have a little bit more maturity when it comes to money, a little bit more energy and effort needs to be put into handling the money and managing the money, and just you know, how else can I say this? The King of Pentacles is someone who is a businessman, and he thinks like a businessman. He lives his life like a businessman, and maybe a more businessman mentality or businesswoman, not to be sexist, but a business person mentality is what you need to adopt. And now I'm not saying go off the deep end in this and just forget your family and friends and say, forget all you guys, I'm going to go make some money. No, that's not what I'm saying, but a little bit more attention to the kind of the minutia, the details of money, and managing it, and kind of even spending more time thinking about it. I think is another thing that would help you is spending more time thinking about money, so that you can allow it to manifest in a greater way in your life. If you think of money as energy, whatever kind of thoughts and emotions and feelings you have, you're going to bring that energy to you. And if you're thinking about the energy of money, then if you're really focused on it, then you can bring that energy into your life. So it's going to take more of a concerted idea of money. I know Aries, you guys are more free spirits. You're more like action oriented for the most part, and you guys like adventures and you like to go do stuff and have fun, and acquiring money is like the opposite of that. Okay, but if you do want to increase the abundance that comes into your life, a little bit more attention to that aspect might go a long way. Okay. This card represents what you already have in relation to money, and we've got Temperance. Ooh. This card speaks to moderation and balance, and I think that you guys have a pretty good balance. And this kind of contrasts with this other card, but not really, because what you do have is a well-balanced life where you get your money, you have your fun, you play and you work, and a kind of a symbiotic relationship, and that's a really great thing. So you do have that for a lot of you, but that generally doesn't result in being rich, right? If you're going to be well balanced, you're not going to be what society perceives as rich, because you're not spending all your time like the King of Pentacles here, just in this quest for just cash, right? Okay, but you do that well, and maybe that's not. If you do desire more money, maybe you need to throw that off balance. Maybe you need to remove that balance because it's not exactly being conducive to getting rich. But I think it's a good thing. I wouldn't recommend you do that, because that's what we want in this life. We want a nice balance of money and happiness, and using money to create happiness, and using that happiness to feel good about money in a very harmonious, balanced way. And this card is saying that you guys do have that. So I wouldn't advise you to move away from that, because I think that's a very beneficial thing. That's something that not a lot of people have in this life. A lot of people have this kind of imbalanced view of money, and they put too much importance on it and not enough importance on other things. This card is saying you guys have the importance in the right place, and you guys have a nice relationship with money. So if you think that, going back to this card, if you don't think that you have enough, I highly encourage you to really rethink that and realize that you have enough to be balanced. You're living a very balanced, at least energetically speaking, a very balanced life right now with your relationship to money. So I wouldn't continue to think that way, because I think that you're looking at it in the wrong way. I think you should really be very happy with what you have, because it's creating a balance in your life. All right, this card here represents the blockages you have in relations to money, and we've got the 10 of Swords. Oh my. Okay. Yes, it's all in the ego mind, and what I'm getting from this card is your whole life, or maybe a large part of your life, has been spent kind of having negative opinions of money, negative views, negative thoughts, negative ideas. People who have money are bad people, that sort of thing. People who have a lot of money don't deserve money. The people who do have, people who don't have money do deserve money. These are all negative ego thoughts that have kind of just weighed you down, and that they've been pounding you for most of your life, is the feeling I'm getting from this card. And it's caused you to have some negative ideas about money, which is causing blockages. These negative thoughts about money, like I said earlier, your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions towards a thing dictates how it can come into your life. And if you have all these negative ideas about it, then it's going to be blocked because you're not going to see it as a beneficial thing. So it's not going to come into your life. But I think what you need to do to remove these blockages, well, we'll get into that in a moment. But just from looking at this card, I think you need to really change the way you look and think and feel about money in order to have a better relationship with it. Okay? This card here represents the steps you can take to improve your money situation. We've got the Hermit. Oh. This card is telling me that the need for inward reflection is here. You need to go inside. This card to me right now is screaming meditation. Get closer with your higher self and try to do some shadow work and really see why you have these negative ideas about money, and see if you can't transmute those. See if you can't get rid of those and turn them into pure positivity. Really shift your way of thinking. Through meditation is the best way to do this. Through inward introspection, and really work on that shadow side and try to change the way you perceive money internally. From a heart-based perspective, and then your mind, your body, your soul will follow. But it starts at the heart. It starts with making that decision that, yes, I'm going to see money as something that's beneficial, something that can help me, and that will help me to help others and make this world a better place. And I think if you shift your focus and your perception to that aspect of money, then I think you're going to allow it to come in. You're going to remove those blockages, and you're going to allow it to flow through you, and you're going to be swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck. You know, he does. Anyway, that's a DuckTales. Anyway, all right, this last card here represents the outcome if you make these changes. We've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's going to be a long process. That's what this card is really trying to tell me right now, that you're not going to change your viewpoints overnight. There's going to be a period that is going to be painful, maybe. It's going to be drawn out. It's going to take a while for you to shift your perspective that you've had your whole life. And, you can't expect this to happen overnight. You're going to have those sleepless nights where you're just worried. And that's what this card is really signaling to me. Just worry and fear and doubt about your financial future. So, don't expect to change things overnight. The quick fix, the secret or whatever is telling you that, oh, you can just manifest whatever. No, you're going to have to do some real shadow work. You're going to have to go down deep into yourself and figure out why you think these things about money, and you're going to have to change them to a more positive outlook so that you can allow them to manifest into your life, so you can allow them to be attracted to you rather than repelling them. All right, so just the overall gist of this spread is I'm getting that you guys really are balanced. You have a healthy balance. The desire for more money is something that might be kind of hurting you. You don't need more money. You have everything you need right now to be happy. You may not be able to afford the newest Tesla or whatever, but you have enough money to live and exist and just be entirely blissful. The quest for more money is kind of a thing that's probably been implanted in you by society. I'm not good enough if I don't own a home. I'm a loser if I don't have 401k and stacked to the ceiling. You know what I'm talking about? So, kind of this spread is telling me that you need to, if you do want more money, maybe spending a little bit more time thinking about it and looking at it in a mature way, which will require you to change your thoughts about it. The King of Pentacles here, he doesn't think of money as a bad thing, right? He thinks of money as something that he needs, wants, and has. And if you think about money in that way, then you will bring it to you. And abundance will be yours, but you're going to have to shift your thoughts, okay? All right, the last thing we have here is the Earth Magic Oracle told us what message it has for you concerning money, and we got Spring Equinox Rebirth. Oh, man, this is perfect. It makes perfect sense. It's time for a rebirth. If you want to change the way you think about money, if you want to change your money status, your current situation, you're going to have to really go through a rebirth. You're going to have to change everything about the way you think about it, right? So you're going to have to change the fundamental core beliefs you have about money in order for it to come to you. Well, society tells us the harder you work, the more money will come to you. But that's not true. The truth is, the less obstruction you have to money, the more money will come. And in order to get rid of those obstructions, you're going to have to go through a rebirth. You're going to have to go through a very drastic and significant change that changes the way you look at it, the way you think about it, the way you feel about money. Okay? So, I hope that made sense. I hope that you got something out of that. And remember, money is just something that comes and it goes. Don't fret over it so much. You have enough now, okay? That's the main gist of it. Remember, guys, this was a general reading. If it didn't apply to you, this is a reading for a lot of people, so it might not. If you want a reading tailored specifically for you, then please head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the card and the description, and you guys can go check out the readings I have there, and we can do this reading or any number of other readings if you'd like. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or if you have anything to say about this reading. And also, please consider subscribing so that you stay up to date on all these videos. I release them pretty regularly. Okay, guys? I want to thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.